Hi guys, Bobby Gass here. I was out at a record store today, this afternoon. First time I've been in a record store actually in 2 years, 2.5 years. I've been buying all my records lately on Patrick's Auctions. But I kind of missed going into the record stores, but at my end of town, there's no record stores. I had to drive like 5 or 6 miles to go to a record store. I know some of you got to drive further, but sorry about your luck. Anyhow, the place I went to was Press Vinyl Cafe. Yeah, they served coffee and they had some donuts there and crap like that. And he was kind of overpriced, I thought. There were some deals, but the majority of the albums, I was looking at the albums, and albums I was paying $5 for, he wants $35, $40 for. Of course I paid $5 a long time ago. Yeah, so what I did is I was in there actually to check out the 45s. I love the 45s. And I did grab a bunch of them, but I also grabbed 5 albums. He had, when he went and, I gave him the 45s I had. I said, get me a copy, and I sat down, I was drinking a coffee, I gave him the 45s. I told him to go price them and, come back with a number. And when he did, all of a sudden I looked under where he put the records down, and underneath the boxes of the $50 records, he had 2 cardboard boxes of records, and the very first one I see, well, anyhow, we'll get to that. They were like 5 for 20 bucks, right? So I picked up 5 albums, but I'll show you the 45s first. Actually, I wanted to take a video of of me digging and all of that sort of horse shit like everybody does. But I don't know how to, this is a new phone for me, and I don't know how to get goddamn videos and pictures taken off of the phone and put it on my computer, which I always was doing with my old phone, right? And I don't know, I'll have to take it into the Rogers and get them to show me how to do it or something like that. I don't know. I looked it up on the internet, on YouTube, and I couldn't figure it out. I'm an old dinosaur. Anyhow, let's get to the 45s here. Yeah. Now this here, picture sleeve, $6 I paid for this. Brian Hall and Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini. I got the 45, but I didn't have a picture sleeve of it. And this is a great picture sleeve. Brian Hyland, I seen him in the early 60s, eh? He was lip singing. And that's on the cap label, eh? All the 45s I got, I inspected everything. There was a lot I didn't buy because they had scratches on them. Now, let me put that. No, I won't. I was going to put that back in the sleeve, but what did I pay for this? $6 for a picture sleeve. Like I said, to me, I thought his prices were overpriced. I only paid $3 for this. Ricky Nelson, Milk Cow Blues. Great shape. They're all in great shape, eh? This one here I actually paid $10 for. It's Ronnie Hawkins on his label, Little Red Rooster. And on the flip side is Going to the River. Oh yeah, I remember that. Good shape. Great shape. I paid $15 for this one. Hawk Records, Robbie Lane and the Disciples, Fannie Mae. I got the original 45 of Fannie Mae. But Ronnie Lane and the Disciples, I seen them quite a few times way back in the day. They were a local band here in Toronto. They never made it internationally or anything like that. But they were big in Toronto and, you know, back in the 60s, early mid 60s. I'm a homer. I buy Canadian music. And here's a record I paid $8 for. Lovitis. Now I already got a copy of this someplace, but not in this kind of condition. And I don't think it's on this Atlantic label either. The original one I got, right? The Mandela, they were called the Five Rogues, then the Rogues. Dominic Troiano played with them. You know Dominic, he played with the James Gang and a bunch of bands, right? I followed those guys. One time I seen those guys back in 64, 3 weeks in a row. My brother's girlfriend asked me to take her to a dance because he wouldn't take her. So I said, well, okay. And the band was the Five Rogues. And I really, really liked them. They were a really good band, I thought, right? And they said, next week we're going to such and such a place, which was in my neighborhood, right? Closer to me, as a matter of fact. So I went and seen them, and then they say, next week we're going to this arena, which was where I played hockey all the time. So I seen them like 3 weeks in a row, you know, because I was hot to trot for them. I thought they were great, right? Well, Dominic, you know, he was playing a Fender Tele. That was the first time I really fell in love with a Tele. A lot of Toronto guys were using the Tele guitar back in that day. We had our own little sound here in Toronto. And here's another one. I paid $6 for this. Opportunity, the Mandela. You know, I got it already, but like I said, not in the kind of shape of the records I was getting over there, right? They weren't all in great shape, right? But ones I bought were. Oh, I had to buy this one. I paid $3 for this. Bobby's Girl, Marcy Blaine. I have, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these 45s, Marcy Blaine, Bobby's Girl. Anytime there's a 45 with my name on it, I buy it. I got a couple of them. Next up here, I only paid $3 for this side too. Johnny Preston, Running Bear, on an old Mercury. Great shape. I got this one too, but not in this kind of shape. This I had to get. This is Frankie Lane. I only paid, this is the cheapest one I bought, $2. An old Hank Williams tune, Your Cheating Heart. You know, Frankie Lane, great voice. Hank Williams, Your Cheating Heart, my favorite country and western singer, Hank Williams. I love the guy. He was the first sort of rock and roller wacko, right? And who the hell is this? Oh, I can't read it. Maybe if I put it up here, I'll be able to read it. No, I gotta put my glasses on to read this, guys. I can't be just... Oh, yeah. Lauren Green, Ringo. I got this one someplace too. I know I do, right? I mean, I put it up before. And on the flip side is Bonanza. Of course, that's, the Lauren Green was the star of Bonanza, along with Little Joe, Haas, and Adam, right? Used to watch that all the time, back in the day. Next up here is my favorite. I paid $4 for this. My favorite Bobby Darin tune, Dream Lover. Now, I got this one too, right? But it's on an American. This Atco is Canadian, right? That's my favorite tune by him. I mean, Mac the Knife was his biggest hit, best-selling hit, and he, the kids got onto him when he did Splish Splash and all of that. But Dream Lover, to me, that's his best music by far. And I got a band here, the Applejacks, and I couldn't remember them. It's sort of off, Mexican Hat Dance. I remember it. Eh? And Sophisticated Swing. I don't remember that. What did I pay for this? $3. Mexican Hat Dance. I didn't have that, and it's on a Cameo label. Anytime I see the really, really old labels, I'm into it, right? Cameo. That's a Canadian label, eh? And the last one I picked up here was on the Checkers, a blues guy, early rock and roll blues, is Little Milton Medlin. On a checker, eh? Checker is chess. And on the flip side is One of These Old Days. Now I'll show you the albums, right? His albums were really overpriced, I thought, right? But that $5 records for $5, I scored big there, I thought. Now, this band here, seen this record here, Wireless, and I'm going, Wireless. I'm going, where the hell do I remember Wireless from? And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I seen them a number of times in some of the bars here in Toronto. And they were 70s, late 70s is when I seen them, eh? And they're on Atlantic. Great Shape, the album. I mean, she split. Glue will fix that up. I got the glue for it. And I was trying to remember what about these guys. What the hell, what was so special about them, right? Why did I want to, I know I seen them, and then I remembered they used to tour with Rush. They fronted for Rush for an awful lot of gigs, right? They were, and it started to come on to me later on. I don't know if this is right or not, but I get the idea. I seem to remember that they're an Australian band, 2 or 3 guys from Australia. And when Rush was down in Australia, gigging down in Australia, they run into these guys, liked them and says, why don't you come to Canada or something like that? So they eventually did come to Canada, picked up a couple of Canadians and called themselves Wireless. And I think they did 2 or 3 albums. This is their first album, called Wireless. And next up, I grabbed Pink Floyd's Animals. It had that stuff gone off of that little bit of wear there. It's a gatefold. And it's in great shape. Pink Floyd Animals. Can't go wrong there. And I seen this and I grabbed this right away. What's the name? Poppers is an early Toronto band. Yeah, I seen quite a bit back in the day. It's on Verve. It's a fold out. The record's called Magic, people, and it is in great shape. Can't believe what kind of shape it's in. I mean, Poppers are an early Toronto band. I seen them, of course, quite a few times. We'll put that back later. Don't do it, Richie. I also got the Beau Brummels. This is immaculate, this album, right? The cover and the record itself. And it's on the old blue Warner Brothers. This is all covers, by the Beau Brummels. They do some great, Louie Louie, You Got to Hide Your Love Away, Mr. Tambourine Man, Homeward Bound, These Boots Are Made for Walking, Yesterday, Bang Bang, Hang On Sloopy, Play with Fire, Woman, Mrs. Brown, You Got a Lovely Daughter, and Monday Monday. Like it says, are the hits of our time, provided by the five who know how. Beau Brummels, 1966. Good shape. I just wanted to check it out. And the last one, well, this was one of the very early ones I grabbed, is this repress. Lightning Hopkins, Song of the Blues. Lightning Hopkins records you just don't find. I mean, it's all duct tape together, but the vinyl itself, it's real heavy vinyl too, U.S. Superior, United U.S. Superior. I don't recall that. I don't recall that that label. But Lightning Hopkins sings the blues. Jeez, that was a steal, I thought, right? Anyhow, that's it, guys. That's what I scored lately. Adios.